Okay, so yesterday I just kind of showed some advanced techniques in masking operations that can help you make a collage. Okay, and so the first thing I talked about was, the importance of layers and about how you want to really understand the layers that you're working with in order to do collages because, as far as positioning pictures, etc. And so what we did first was I just went ahead and closed off some of the pictures just so we could tell which ones we were working with. And then you want to make sure that, again, you're on the layer. It's active if it's blue. Okay? So one thing we can do, in the layer palette, there is a masking operation here, add a layer mask. And if you think about mask, a mask hides something, right? Covers something up. And that's basically what you're doing with the masking operation in Photoshop, is that we will be masking part of the photo, either through, and basically we do this through selections, okay? So for example, if I took this marquee tool, and then I just grabbed the elliptical marquee tool, and I made a selection here in this photo, and I wanted just this part of the photo, what I can do is go down to the masking operation here and click it. And what happens is it will give me that mask. But if you look up here in the layer palette, see how it's all black with a little white oval in it? What you want to remember is black hides, white reveals. Okay, so we can see through the white area here. And I can show you what I mean because I'm going to, right now if I go to my move tool, I can move this around. But watch what happens when I unlock this and then click on my photo. See, that whole photo is still there. It's behind it. It's just being covered with a mask that hides it. I can lock it back up, and there you go. And as I said, selection is the very important part of this whole process. So I'm going to go ahead and open up another one. And let's say I wanted to do a custom shape tool. So I click on that. I go find the shape that I want to use. And then I go ahead and draw it over my photo. Now, the problem is I forgot to go on that layer. And so the shape is actually above this one here. So I'm going to move that shape right above here. Okay, so it's above the layer I want to be on. But what I'm also going to do is I want to make a selection. Remember, I need a selection in order to make a mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down my command key, and I'm going to double click right on the little icon there that shows the shape. And it's been selected. Okay. Okay, so now this is selected. The thing is, all I need is a selection. I don't need the shape. So I'm going to take this shape and I'm going to get rid of it. And I can do that by going and just dragging it down to the trash, right at the bottom part of my layer palette. And so now you can see I have the selection and it's on that layer. I go and I mask. Okay. So if we want to do text, I'm going to open up this layer right here. And I'm going to actually make this bigger so that it fits over my whole area here. So I'm going to go Command T, which is also Edit Free Transform. And then I'm going to make this nice and big. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my text tool. And I'm going to do 72 points because that's an inch. Make it big. You can make it smaller. And I'm going to go all caps because that shows up the best. And then, just like I did with the shape, I can hold down my command key, double click on the little T icon there, and it makes a selection on my text. Okay? So now I don't need that text anymore. I just want my selection. bring it down to the trash, and mask it. Okay, and just like before, I can move it around. I can unlock it, grab my photo. Whoop, and I unlocked the wrong one here. Go down here, unlock it, go to my photo, and you can see how you can move the picture around in there. So the one last masking operation I showed was a real simple one, and we're going to go ahead and open up another one. Okay, I can actually, you know how when I have the selection it creates the mask for me, but I can also create a blank mask by going on this. I'm going to go on the layer I want to do it on, which is this picture here, and I'm going to click on mask, and now you notice it comes in all white. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my paintbrush tool, the top tool. I need to make sure that I'm on black in my foreground color, because remember, black hides, white shows. So then I make sure I'm on a brush. I like to, when I do this process, I like to have a soft edge brush. And I like to have a bigger size brush, maybe around 200 or so. Come over here. And you notice the black now shows up over here in the white area. Okay, and this is basically how you can just kind of do a real simple type of masking technique. Now, one other thing I want to show you, I'm going to open up one more photo, is this. Remember how I said black hides? Okay, so now when I go to black and I come down here, notice it's taking it away, right? But watch what happens when I go to a light gray. Okay, so I can actually get a transparency effect. So black hides, gray is partially transparent, white completely hides, or white completely reveals, I'm sorry. Okay, so I just wanted to show you some other ways of doing things to add to your collage. And